Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Tommy Bolin Band.
Put you in a trance and just proper tour, Tommy's teaser album was slumping in sales. So Tommy quickly assembled a lineup. Narada Michael Walden, who wrote Aretha Franklin's Free Way of Love, on drums. Norma Jean Bell of Frank Zappa and the Mothers on sax. Mark Stein of Vanilla Fudge on keyboards, and Reggie McBride on bass. But Tommy was still having problems out on the road. The breakup of his longtime girlfriend, Karen Ulibarri, didn't make matters any better. By the time Tommy had signed with Columbia Records, and as the first tracks of the Private Eyes album were laid down, drummer Bobby Berge and Norma Jean Bell noticed changes.
That's kind of I've often wondered about that. I don't know if it was directly, maybe she had something to do with that. Maybe it was just everything at that time. I really can't say, what exactly brought about, those type of lyrics. But I guess everybody notices that big change in the music then.
One night after rehearsal, I took him down on Sunset Boulevard and I showed him the billboard, and we stood underneath it, and I said to him, "Look at this. Can you believe it?" I was giving him all kind of encouragement, and then I was telling him that, look how far you've come, and we've only scratched the surface. And I think it was overwhelming to him, but I don't know that he thought that it was still going to come off. I don't think he could believe all the wonderful things that were happening to him at that point.
You were born with a bad disposition, in a heart as cold as ice. Your tongue's as sharp as a razor, and it's cut me more than twice. Shake that down, whoa. Shake that down, whoa. I believe you could shake the devil. You could shake him alright. Stand face to face with the devil. Send him running off in the night.
Inconsistency. One night they'd be hot, the next night audience would be leaving in droves. Johnny Bolin tells of his first time watching the band.
But then when I went and saw him with his own band, finally, you know, I saw an hour and a half of Tommy Bolin, and it was just an unbelievable experience.
When Vanilla Fudge broke up, Mark Stein hadn't appeared on stage for 3 years. He says the whole band was a little nervous.
The band had amazing energy, and I remember everybody was real nervous and real tense, and Tommy was like, I remember him telling me to, you know, I'm real nervous right now, but when I get on stage, you know, I'm going to be a totally different person, and of course he was right, because when we hit the stage, he was just great. He handled the audience very, very well, and the band was really, really super, and we had a great first couple of nights.
Reports say drugs were starting to become a problem about this time. Tommy wasn't as prepared as he should have been to record Private Eyes.
He didn't allow himself too much time to put the material together, because I remember saying, hey, Tommy, you know, we're going in the studio, you know, you don't have the material finished yet. And he was telling me, you know, don't worry about it, man. I'm going to just kind of crash course the thing. I'll stay up for, you know, 2 weeks straight if I have to. But that's what he did. He just, like, you know, he just worked and worked and worked on it until it was done.
John Tizar and Jan Hammer noticed changes.
He was harder to talk to in the later days before his passing. I certainly remember a concert in Denver. The last time I saw him play was with Deep Purple, and he was out of it at that point. And I was backstage, and I could certainly see how it happened. There were people everywhere doing things that we know are really dangerous now.
And you could tell that Tommy was really caught up in all this. And besides, you know, the people that hang around big-name bands, you know, really tend to tear you apart.
Just flies by on you,
But there were good times. The band had steady work, and Bobby Berge recalls Tommy clowning around at a Phoenix hotel.
We were hanging around the pool, and we were doing a little partying with a few of the groups there. And then just out of the clear blue, he pushes me in the pool. And, well, at first it was funny, but, then I chased him around the motel, for a half hour or so. I couldn't catch him, but, well, then it kind of upset me, I guess, and then I kind of took it out on the motel room.
When Bobby decided to leave the band, who else would Tommy call but his own brother? Johnny says living with Tommy in L.A. is among his finest memories.
He dressed me up. We'd both wear berets or something. He had this beret thing he was into at the time. Everybody on the crew was wearing a beret. The band was wearing berets. And so we dress up and go out and hang out in L.A. It was a lot of fun.
Weather ships, lost in endless trips, passing in the silent ocean. Drift on paper wings, just like the record sings, sailing when we feel like it. Someday we'll bring our love home. Someday we'll bring our love home. I can't remember when I felt so all alone. Someday we'll bring our love home. We are lost sailors, out of luck and favors, missing in the raging ocean. We laugh in midnight wine, we are the lovers of time, crying when we feel like it. Someday we'll bring our love home. Someday we'll bring our love home. I can't remember when I felt so all alone. Someday we'll bring our love home. Someday we'll bring our love home. I can't remember when I felt so all alone. Someday we'll bring our love home. Someday we'll bring our love home. Someday we'll bring our love home. I can't remember when I felt so all alone. Someday we'll bring our love home. Someday we'll bring our love home. Someday we'll bring our love home. I can't remember when I felt so all alone.
In November of 1976, Tommy brought the band to Sioux City. Norma Jean Bell says Tommy was a little nervous about playing for the hometown crowd.
It was a good night. I think we were all nervous because his parents were going to be there. But we had fun. We went to his parents' home, as a matter of fact, for dinner. It was very enjoyable. And we played the concert, and I think Tommy was a little nervous, actually. I think he was. He wanted to do good for his hometown and his parents.
Tommy didn't forget the local media either. While he was home, he dropped by the KSEZ Rock 98 studios to visit with the air personalities.
Bustin' after Rosie. Hey, what does Rosie mean, Tommy?
Rosie's like, in the band, with the bands that I've had, like in Los Angeles, I've hung about with Dr. John a lot. And it's a New Orleans term. That Rosie's like, if you're in jail or something, Rosie's like a New Orleans term for the chick that that's waiting on the outside. Isn't that interesting?
Yes, very.
Pretty and sassy, slipping and slide down. With my Rosie, waiting for daddy. Ain't she standing out in the rain? Don't ask me why I'm here. I'd rather have trouble than fear. My whole life is having you.
Do you ever get tired of playing hard rock?
Well, it gets to a point where, you know, you have to release yourself without, you know, playing 120 decibels all the time. So Gypsy Soul, I think, kind of speaks for itself.
The south of France where spring is beginning, since there are Thames from the village green. We rolled on and on through the pages of the books you'd taken from my shelf. Unfamiliar faces forgotten places, landscapes green and rich and wealth. You got a gypsy soul, and you love to the changes that has been. The south of France where spring's beginning. Sunset on the Thames from the village green.
Don't go away. We'll be back with more of the Tommy Bolin special right after this commercial.
The band lined up a small tour backing up Jeff Beck and Tommy's old friend Jan Hammer. It was December 3rd in Miami, and the end was near. The song Post-Toasty perhaps reveals the troubles Tommy was facing at the time. The music's excellent, the fuzz riffing intro, loud jazz, white reggae, and the lyrics themselves warns of the dangerous lifestyle Tommy was fast succumbing to.
About some things that don't seem right, and my gun is cocked and loaded. I hope I get me some sleep tonight. Well, I don't know I'm wrong. It seems like nothing is right. Well, I don't know I've been wrong. I hope I get me some sleep tonight. Take it nice and easy. Leave the chorus in the pit. Don't let your mind push so straight. Like a knife.
great set that night, and Jan Hammer stopped by to see his old friend.
We played the same concert. He opened the concert, and then we were the headliners with Jeff. And I saw him in at the dressing room after the concert, and he was very sort of spaced. And I said, I'll see you tomorrow or something, or maybe in the hotel. And those were the last words, and then I never saw him again.
Tommy was staying at the Newport Inn on Miami Beach. After the show, he and Norma Bell returned to their rooms.
We went back to the hotel, and when I saw Tommy, he had a bottle of, I think we were drinking scotch at the time. I think he had a bottle of scotch in his hand, and we tried to get into this club, and or we were in the club or something or another, and first they didn't think they thought we were dressed up enough or something, so we might have had to leave and come back and change clothes or something. But anyways, we were just out in the hotel, having fun, and then some friends of ours came, and we went back up to the room.
Tommy and the band members hung around the hotel rooms partying. After disappearing into a bathroom for 5 minutes with some friends to discuss investing in a limousine service, a short time later, he passed out.
I got a phone call saying that Tommy had gotten ill, which was, I guess, about an hour, difference. They left me down there about an hour by myself. And they called me back and said, hey, I've never seen Tommy this sick. He's really ill. He's really ill. I said, well, just, I said, well, they said, no, we think he's going to be okay, but just stay there and we'll call you back. And they did get him pretty well situated and everything worked out okay. I think he fell asleep.
Tommy's friends claimed they were fearful of any adverse publicity, and after putting him in a cold shower, ignoring a doctor's advice for immediate hospitalization, when the doctor was finally called at 8 o'clock the next morning, it was too late. Tommy Bolin, dead at age 25.
They called me and told me, and I guess they told me because I guess I was able to deal with it a little bit better and just try to get the rest of these guys together, like they were just falling apart, and I got them on a plane finally, and they were hysterical, as a matter of fact, because these guys were his best friends, and I finally got them on the plane, and I got back there, and I probably fell apart more so when I got home. We loved him very much.
Well, it was a strange day for me because I was in a tremendously depressed mood, and I didn't know why. I can remember just feeling very bad that day, and I just felt like, I don't know, something was very strange, very down. And what had happened was I called the Rainbow, which is the most popular watering hole for rock stars and rockers, what have you, in Hollywood. And this chick answered the phone, and she was really crying. She was really down. The receptionist there. And I said, "What's the matter?" And she told me that Tommy Bolin was just found dead.
There were a lot of demands put on him that he did not have the ability to cope with. I don't think anybody can go to college and learn how to be a success in that kind of a business. I mean, you're baptized by fire, and unfortunately, that was at a time when it was you either did drugs or died. There was there was not a precedent for someone to say, "Hey, time out. I'm going to go to Betty Ford's place for a while and put my ducks in a row." It was not. It was not an option, I don't think, and I certainly saw a way in which he dealt somewhat differently with success much later. I think the pressures, the people around him, the bagmen of rock and roll that walk around with all this stuff. I think that I don't know, they're certainly partly responsible.
Perhaps Bobby Berge summed the situation up best.
It was our environment a lot. It took years and years of, it's hard to explain. It's just the way we were kind of brought up, in those psychedelic days when it was the in thing to do. Everybody was doing this or that, and like I said, it was just the in thing to do. It just took years and years to build up to that, and I was pretty much following right in Tommy's footsteps.
6 days later, Tommy came home to Sioux City, this time to stay. Tommy's girlfriend, Karen Ulibarri, flew over from England to place a special ring on his hand. It was also worn by Jimi Hendrix on the day he died. St. Joseph's Catholic Church was overflowing. Tommy's family and friends and fellow musicians all grieving.
I tried to keep, everyone intact. I tried to explain to my mom about being a musician, being on the road, what kind of people you run into. Later, I lived in Miami. I know what kind of, what happens down there, And to this day, I still sit and explain why some things happen, and it was an accident, and that's all that can be said. Accidents happen all the time.
Joe Walsh recalls a cold December day.
I just remember standing at the cemetery and looking around at people, and it was real cold, and everybody was crying. It's real flat there. I think you could see a long way from the gravesite in any direction, and I just remember standing there and people just coming unglued one at a time, and I remember me coming unglued, and I remember walking away and turning around and saluting, and then just heading on out, went back to Denver, got back into it. But Tommy will always be, to me, a great guitar player and a wonderful friend, and I miss him.
You told me that you loved me. That ain't no lie. There's no one else above me.
almost 10 years since Tommy's been gone. There's still many unanswered questions about his death. What really happened that last night? What about insurance, copyrights, royalty monies? 10 years have yet to untangle this legal mess. But Bolin fans, don't give up hope. There is enough unreleased studio material for another album. Hopefully, one we'll see soon. Thanks for listening. I'm John Bentzinger. Good night. Would not have been possible without the help of individuals too numerous to name here. But special thanks to the KSEZ air staff, Scott Pearson and Scott Shannon, especially Doug Brown, assistant producer, and to Rock 98 program director Tim Harrison, whose support and studio work are greatly appreciated, and Brad Miller, technical consultant and historian, and Mike Boggs, who helped me say, oh, what the heck. And finally, Mr. and Mrs. Richard Bolin, without whose generosity and support, this program wouldn't have been possible. John Bentzinger, produced by Tim Harrison, assistant Doug Brown, technical advisor Brad Miller.